Geno King Boxing back in the building, back with some more boxing news. Man, it looks like Bakhram Murtazalev, the guy that destroyed Tim Tszyu a couple months ago, wants that smoke with Terrence Bud Crawford. Yes, he stated he wants that smoke. He tweeted and asked, can he get a fight with Terrence Bud Crawford? And man, I think this will be interesting to see what's next if Bud Crawford doesn't get the fight for Canelo. Everybody knows Bud Crawford has been aiming for the Canelo Alvarez fight. He wants that smoke with Canelo Alvarez, and supposedly they're in talks right now. It's not official yet. It's a good chance it might go down, but what if it doesn't go down? What's next on Bud Crawford's list? He can't just retire and not fight one more time. Well, he can do what he wants to do, but what's next? Will Bud Crawford fight Bakhram Murtazalev if they were to fight? Very interesting. Be a very interesting match, noting that Bakhram Murtazalev destroyed Tim Tszyu, dropping him like 4 times, and eventually they had to stop the fight. This guy is much bigger than Crawford. He's 6 foot, body frame much bigger. He pretty speedy, pretty fast puncher from what I've seen. But we all know if he was to fight Bud Crawford, it definitely wouldn't look like a Tim Tszyu fight. With Crawford being 5'8", fighting a 6 foot Bakhram makes the fight interesting, and it makes you wonder how will Bud Crawford be able to deal with a guy that's bigger than him and a guy that can punch and crack. You know, Tim Tszyu, let's be honest, Tim Tszyu had no defense in that fight. He got clocked with that hook like over and over again. He never adjusted. His ring IQ just wasn't there. Ring IQ or his defense was just not there. So we definitely can't compare Tim Tszyu to Bud Crawford. I can't believe people were saying that they wanted to see Tim Tszyu versus Crawford and debating like who will win. Come on, after seeing the Bakhram fight, I mean, there's no question Bud Crawford would have stopped Tim Tszyu. No question. Maybe stopped him in the later rounds, but I can't believe there was even a debate about it. People were debating about this. I said a year ago, Bud Crawford would destroy Tim Tszyu. And yeah, and Bakhram made that official on October 18th earlier this year. So yes, the matchup with Bakhram and Bud Crawford, if the Canelo fight doesn't come through, I think that fight needs to go down. I would like to see Bud Crawford in the ring with that guy to shut everybody up. I want to see Bud Crawford shut everybody up because everybody's thinking, Bakhram is going to destroy or do Crawford like he did Tim Tszyu. And we all know that that's not the case. We all know that that's not the case. Crawford's ring IQ, phenomenal. Miles above Tim Tszyu. Defense, phenomenal. Miles above Tim Tszyu. You know, so will it be a tough fight? It might be a tough fight for Crawford, but I got to go with the guy that's proven time after time that he can get in the ring and beat any opponent, and that's Crawford. You know, Crawford isn't no stranger to fighting bigger guys. We've seen him fight guys that are taller, guys that are more stockier, and he ends up stopping them. So this right here, I don't think would be nothing new to him. So yeah, so that would be a very interesting fight, man. We all want to see it if the Canelo fight doesn't go down. But I think it's a pretty good possibility that the Canelo Alvarez fight with Bud Crawford is going to go down in May, Cinco de Mayo. I mean, I think that's like the biggest fight in boxing right now. besides like a Better B versus Benavidez fight. I think that would be a mega fight. If David Benavidez beats David Morrell handily on February 1st, I think a fight with Better Beef, if he beats Bivol a second time, I think that would be a mega fight. Be a mega fight to me, especially a guy that watches boxing. You know, of course, it wouldn't bring in all of the casual fans, but the boxing fans, that would be a mega fight. So, besides that fight, I think the Canelo Alvarez versus Benavidez, Canelo Alvarez versus the Benavidez, I think that would be a mega fight, but we all know Canelo Alvarez ain't going to fight Benavidez right now. The Shakur Stevenson, Gervonta Tank Davis, of course, huge mega fight. You know, but those fights aren't even close. They haven't even started negotiating. But the Crawford Canelo fight, that's the next big mega fight that is on the map. So we must see. We must see how the negotiations, how they go, and let's see it. Bakhram versus Crawford. I think Crawford would go the distance with Bakhram. I think he would go the distance. I think it's going to be hard for Crawford to stop some of the bigger guys, like how he was stopping the guys in the 147 class. I think it's going to be a little harder. These guys are much bigger, much more stronger. And overall, you know, they hit harder, a lot more tougher. So definitely going to have a tougher time stopping those guys. The Madrimov fight, Crawford proved that he could take a punch from the bigger guys in the bigger weight division. He got cracked a few times in that fight. So, you know, that proved two things. Crawford has a chin, definitely has a chin. He proved that he can hang in there with the big guys. I'm pretty sure he hurt Madrimov a few times too, so, you know, he can punch with him. But I would hate to see Crawford in the ring getting hit like that from a much bigger puncher. I think when he fights Canelo, his defense is going to have to be on point. The whole fight, I think his defense is going to have to be on point with Bakhram also. So, very, very interesting to see what's next in the 154-pound division. Because right now, Bud is the king of that division until somebody dethrones him. Nobody thinks Bud can lose in that division right now. Nobody thinks that Bakhram can beat him. Madrimov just lost to him. Who else is in that division? Tim Tszyu just got destroyed. So I think Bud is the king. So until then, I got to go with Bud Crawford. That's my opinion on these two guys fighting. This is Gino King Boxing. Y'all press that subscribe button, press that like button, and I'm out.